A Reuters photographer captured Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent's to-do list during a July 31st cabinet meeting at Camp David. The note read, "Buy Japanese yen $5 to $10 bill." The photograph was timestamped 11:33 a.m. Eastern, 2 hours after Treasury had already quietly notified banks it might intervene in the yen market. This wasn't a leak. It was an accident. Bessent had previously joked about people photographing his notes to think they got a scoop. But this time, the scoop was real. By the end of the day, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York executed the first U.S. intervention to support the yen since 2011, selling euros through Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley to buy Japanese currency. The yen had collapsed to a 40-year low, below 163 per dollar. Japan had already burned through $11.7 trillion trying to stop it. Bessent's handwritten note signaled something Japan couldn't do alone. America was stepping in. HSBC Holdings is offloading its $25 billion Australian home loan portfolio to a Blackstone unit, marking a strategic retreat from retail mortgage lending in Australia. The sale will result in a minimal pre-tax loss of less than $100 million for the bank. This transaction reflects HSBC's ongoing effort to streamline operations and exit non-core markets. The deal signals HSBC's continued pivot toward Asia-focused wealth and commercial banking, pulling back from capital-intensive retail lending in secondary markets. It also highlights private equity's growing appetite for residential mortgage assets, as firms like Blackstone expand their footprint in consumer credit markets traditionally dominated by banks. Police in Wallov, India, arrested 7 individuals, including the chairman of GSM Foils, for allegedly orchestrating a murder plot against the company's managing director. The chairman reportedly hired hitmen to kill the MD to avoid repaying a debt of 32 rupees crore, approximately $3.8 million. The planned attack was thwarted, and all suspects are in custody. The case exposes the extreme measures some business leaders take to evade financial obligations, undermining corporate governance and legal resolution mechanisms. It also reflects broader concerns about enforcement gaps in India's commercial dispute system, where contract disputes sometimes escalate into violent confrontations rather than judicial settlements.